Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Today is the 13th of April 2019. I am in Magic Kingdom, as you probably can see by the castle here. It's night time, just gone after 11 o'clock in the evening obviously. And I thought I'd have one of my honest chatty chats with you, chatty videos or whatever you want to call them. Like, I'm not going to edit this much. I look very, very tired and hot and messy because I've been in Magic Kingdom all day. It's been very warm. If you want to check out my Florida videos, you can. But yeah, I just feel like I need to do this video because of how I've been feeling for the past couple of months, and I just feel like I like being honest with you guys, and I want to show like the real side of me as much as possible. Obviously some things are personal, but I think some things are worth sharing. And I don't know, obviously this is our last night in Magic Kingdom, and I've got this phenomenal popcorn bucket that I bought, which is making me very, very happy. It's got literally popcorn in it. It's very cool. But yeah, it's our last night, and we're going to New York tomorrow for a couple of days, me and my friend Rokaya, and we've been here for a week. And basically what I'm trying to say is that for the past month or two I've been feeling very sad, to put it bluntly, and I think it started maybe in the beginning of the year, like January time. It's kind of when it started, but in the past month or so I've really felt it. I want to say since like the beginning of March, middle of February even, and I can't really explain why. It's one of those things where I'm not feeling myself. I'm feeling very down, but I don't know why. I feel like it's a number of factors, like not just one thing necessarily, but a mix of things. And I don't want to say that I'm depressed because I'm not diagnosed, and I know that's a very serious thing, and I don't think I'm depressed, you know. I feel like I'm fine. I feel like I'm just very sad because I'm going through, I'm not even necessarily going through things, it's just basically a lot of things have been changing in my life, and it's made me think a lot about my life, and it's almost like I'm having this existential crisis suddenly, and a massive one at that. Like, sorry about the noise outside. I'm outside, the people behind me like, hello. I actually kind of like this. You see the real Disney World behind me as I'm talking to you. Yeah, I've just not been feeling myself. I've not been feeling at my happiest for a while, and it's because I think so many things, like I said, have been changing in my life, and I guess I have found it quite difficult to cope with it. And I always thought that I was very good at coping with change. I grew up in so many different countries growing up. I'm used to kind of moving schools constantly, moving countries, going from one place to another, etc. But I think for the past 4 years my life has been very static and out of choice. Like, I've decided that I want it the way it is, if that makes sense. Like, basically, as you guys might know, I work at the Royal Opera House as an usher, front of house usher, and I started my job there in the middle of 2015. So July of 2015 is when I got hired. Started there at the end of July, and I've been there ever since. We're in 2019 now. And I remember when I started, before I started my job at the Royal Opera House, I had another job at another theatre, which you guys might know as well if you're a long-term followers. Hey! I used to work at the Prince Edward Theatre, and I had a couple of months of gap in between, and I really wanted my next job to not be a front of house job because I really didn't enjoy my job at the Prince Edward Theatre. I made a whole video about why I left that job, etc. The people I worked with were great, but I just didn't enjoy other things about it, and I kind of made a vow that I'm not going to work front of house in the theatre again. And yet somehow, obviously a couple of months passed and I wasn't really like actually getting anywhere with other jobs that I was applying to, and I was like, I might as well just apply to this Royal Opera House job. Honestly, didn't even think I was going to get the job because I didn't put much effort into it. I just literally applied, and then for some reason they liked me and asked me to go for an interview, and there was like 2 interviews. It was quite a strict process, and for some reason I got the job. Like, I was actually late to my very first interview, and that's a really bad thing. Like, when I was late, I was like, that's it, they're definitely not going to hire me, and I didn't even care because I was just going because I was like, why not, just in case kind of thing. And then I got the job, and I hated the job for a while. Like, the first few months there, I just thought, nah, I don't want to stay here. And then suddenly I ended up really liking it, and over the past couple of years especially, I feel like it's been my safe place. It's been like one of my favorite things. Obviously, like, it's work, so there are definitely times that I hate my job like anyone would, or I get bored or tired of it. I complain about things, of course, but overall I've really it's always been like my second home because I've spent so much time in it, and I love the people I work with. I've made so many friends through it, and I've just let it kind of almost consume me. It's almost like I've forgotten about my other dreams, about what I wanted to do with my life because of it. And I think that's mainly the problem, to be honest, because in the past year or so, a lot of like my closest friends that I made at the Will Opera House have slowly been moving and leaving the job, like to different places, like either moving into a different job or actually leaving the country. And it's kind of made me realize that literally the job itself is just not what I enjoy anymore. And like it's almost like, basically, not that I didn't know this before, but it's kind of full on made me remember that the only reason I really like this job and that I've been staying at this job for so long, like 4 years, I've never stayed at a job for this long before, is because of the people, and that it's just not the same now that so many of them have gone. Obviously I still have friends there and I still love it, I still have a good time on most of my shifts, and it's not even that I don't like the job anymore, it's more that it's made me suddenly remember what I was trying to do with my life before I got this job here. It's almost like when I kind of settled in at this job, I was like, oh, it's great, I'm loving life, the people are great, whatever, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm still doing my YouTube stuff, I've still been doing a lot of other things on the side, but I guess I've not been pushing myself as much as I wanted to, and suddenly now I'm just like, Lord have mercy, like what do I do? Like a lot of my friends are leaving, I'm not as happy anymore in the job, like I'm just thinking about other things I would like to do apart from this. And as if you would have noticed, like in January and February of this year, 2019, I hardly posted any videos on my channel, which is I think why I'm saying this whole sad phase of my life has started since January, since the beginning of this year. Because I did Vlogmas obviously at the end of last year, and I didn't enjoy that as much as I did last year either, like as in the year before. 2017 I really enjoyed doing Vlogmas. 2018 I still liked it, but it wasn't as fun, it was more of a chore for some reason. Did that, and then I just wanted a break from YouTube, and normally January and February are like months of like full-on YouTube videos. I'm like fully refreshed, I'm like, it's time to do more videos, new year, new me kind of thing, and yet this year was the exact opposite. I hardly put any videos out, and I just don't know why. I think I just lost motivation. I was just in a really weird mind frame, and I still kind of am. And the reason I'm doing this video is because obviously the past week has been really good. I've loved being here with my friend Rakaya. It's been so great. We've had so many lols, I've had so much fun, and I told my friend Rakaya as well, it's probably the happiest I've been in all of 2019 so far. Just this past week, I'm gonna get really emotional, guys. I don't want to cry. I'm actually really sad that this holiday is ending, and this is the first time that I felt this way. Normally, God, I don't want to cry. Normally, when I come on a long holiday like this, or anywhere, not just necessarily Disney World, but anywhere in the world, when it's close to finishing, instead of becoming really sad, like of course I get a bit sad, I'm like, oh, that was really cute, blah blah blah, I'm gonna miss it, but I don't genuinely feel sad because I know that I'm gonna go back to a place I'm happy with, like a job that I'm happy with, a life that I'm happy with. But I think this time I'm not, because even before this holiday I was like so looking forward to this, because I knew that I just needed a distraction, like a massive distraction, and this has been exactly that. Like I've still not been fully happy. There's been moments here that I like inside I'm like, oh, still remembering things, I'm not as happy, but it's just been really good for me. But now I know that obviously in a couple of days time, after I do my New York holiday or whatever, I'll be back in London, and I know in my heart that unless things change, I'm not going to be happy. And I'm doing this video because I want to like let you guys know as well that like something that I sometimes do is that when I'm sad about something, I just like running away from it. And obviously that's kind of what I've done now. But we booked this trip like a year ago before I became sad. So it was just like, it happened to be really good timing, thankfully, that this happened like when I really needed it. But yeah, I know, like I'm ready now to try and make some changes in my life when I get back to London. And I know there's going to be many changes that need to be done. Like obviously you guys might think, oh well, obviously just quit your job, Sam, that's the problem. It's not. I actually really like my job, and I think that's one of the problems as well, because I know that I will miss the job if I leave it, if that makes sense. Like it's not that I want to leave the job, it's more that people leaving have made me realize like that like I don't know what I need to do with my life yet. Like I know what I want to do with my life, but I just haven't got to where I want to yet. It's kind of made me a bit sad basically, because I'm like 28, nearly 29, and I thought I'd be somewhere different, and it's my own fault, because I feel like I haven't put enough work into what I wanted in the past few years, because I've been so comfortable with my Royal Opera House job. And it's fine, like it's fine, I'm not regretting it. I've had a lot of fun times there, and I love the job, and etc. But I'm in this like really in between confused stage where I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know what I want. there are a few things I know I need to change, like my room for instance, I know is a big problem. And my room, you guys, there'll be a whole video about it, is like at its worst at the moment. It's so messy, and I've never had like my room be that messy before. I'm not like the most organized person, but I'm also not the most messy person, and at the moment my room is just, I haven't slept in my room for like the past month or so. I sleep on the sofa in our house because of how messy it is, and I've let it get to that stage, and I think that very much reflects my mental health and like what's in my brain and how I'm feeling about things. I've not really been happy with myself. I don't know how to explain it really, but I feel like I don't know, I feel like I don't feel as happy in my body anymore. I feel like I need to lose some weight, or I want to lose. I don't need to, like it's not like, whoa, I'm like really unhealthy, the doctors are like really worried about me, I need to lose some weight. No, I just feel like I will be happier if I lose some weight. Oh, that's really cute. Anyway guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Basically, I've not been feeling my happiest in the past few months, and I know that the way to change it is to change things in my life. Like I said, I think it all started with the fact that a lot of my friends at work started to leave, and every time somebody would leave, I'd notice a massive change in the job and how I felt, and it would kind of be a reminder that Lord have mercy, like what am I doing here, like etc. It's almost like I was having a great time at work, and I'd probably still be very happy if everyone that I've worked with, I call friends, was still there. Because I was in this comfortable bubble and I was just happy with it. Like everything else I'd just forgotten about. I was just in this bubble of like going to work, doing my stuff, doing my YouTube stuff, work, YouTube, that's it. And just I'd forgotten about everything else that I wanted to do or achieve in my life, kind of thing, if that makes any sense. And then because so many of my friends have suddenly left, it's suddenly been like the bubble has just burst, and I'm just like, sugar babes, like what are you doing, Sam? Like this, what did you want to do? What happened? Like did you just lose track of what you wanted to do? It's very just like basic what the situation, if that makes sense. And I think that's the reason anyway. Obviously, like I said, I can't put my finger on as to what exactly is making me sad, but I think it's a combination of things. And I think the fact that I know that I need to make a lot of changes, but the reason I'm making a lot of changes is because a lot of things have changed in my life that are out of my control, is what's making me just overwhelmed and sad. And it's funny because basically the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like if you looked at my Instagram page, for instance, Sam for God, and you looked at my feed, you would not be able to guess that at all. You probably think I'm having the best time ever, like because I've been doing a lot of posts and like a lot of Disney posts, and I've been trying to put more effort into my Instagram, and yet that's not a true representation of how I'm feeling or what I am. And I think that's a big problem with social media anyway. And I'm saying this to you because I don't think there's anything wrong with what I do on Instagram or what people do on Instagram. It's obviously people want to put their happiest pictures on there, but it's just the fact that you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know how someone's actually feeling, or that they're having problems or whatever based on someone's Instagram. And you would watch these videos or pictures on Instagram and think, wow, this person's life is perfect and mine isn't, and that itself creates so many problems and mental health issues in my opinion. So I think that's worth talking about, that's worth a conversation. And yeah, I think that's all I can think of to say at the moment. If I remember anything else, I'll leave them in the comments or whatever, but that's it. I just wanted to chat about it and let you guys know. I wanted to be honest, especially because you might, I don't know if how it will come across actually in the vlogs. Obviously it's the end of the holiday and I've done all my vlogs and I've had a great time, like I said, I've had so many lols, but I just feel like I want to be as transparent as possible. I have been sad, but I've also had an amazing time here, and I'm so grateful to Rakaya because she's made me lol so much. She's been such a great travel partner, and I know that I can make changes. Like, it's fine to be sad. I met sadness today in Epcot, and it was just great. It was a great reminder. Inside Out itself is just such a great film. Before I watched Inside Out, I was very much like oh, I always need to be happy, like just don't deal with sadness very well, blah blah blah. But honestly, in the past few years, I've just had to deal with a lot of hard things, and I've had to accept that sadness is fine. Like, you need to just deal with it, and it's actually probably a good thing. It's important, and that's what I'm going to do when I go back to London. And this is kind of hurting me now. But yeah, that is it. I hope you've, I guess, enjoyed this video. I hope you've taken something out of it. The vlogs will be coming very, very soon. In fact, I think part 1 might already be up. Check it out on my channel if you haven't. Thank you for watching. Leave anything you want in the comments below. I'm fine, but I don't want you to worry about me. I am fine. I know what I need to do to change my life. I just wanted to talk about this to make you realize that it's okay to be sad, and that, you know, especially if you know what's making you sad, which I'm trying to figure out still. I know some of them, but like, I'm not fully sure yet. You can take the steps to make things different, and then you'll be happier. And that's what I need to do right now. So Right, that's it. Thank you for all your support. I honestly can't thank you enough. You've been so great on like Instagram and social media in the past week that we've been here, with all your comments and love for everything that I've been doing here. It just makes me more excited to like share my life with you. And yeah, I'm gonna go and meet Rakaya now. Enjoy our last night. We're gonna go back to the hotel and stuff. Probably just pack, to be honest. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.